The low-carbon diet program, announced by Bon Appétit Management Company in April 2007, was designed to raise awareness of the food system's very significant contribution to climate change.
You know, the low-carbon diet program, first of all, is great for the planet. We've seen some research that indicates that about a third of an individual's greenhouse gas emissions footprint is related to their food choices. We are really indebted to Bon Appetit for bringing the program onto our campuses. Our employee green team got started because of the values that employees wanted to be able to bring to work. And as we heard from them, they wanted more sustainable food options in the cafes. We were glad to see things evolve from early iterations like farm to fork now to sort of a full set of goals and objectives embodied in the low carbon diet.
We had to reduce our purchases of beef, our purchases of cheese. We had to eliminate air-freighted seafood. We had to radically reduce food waste and a variety of other initiatives. It is now 2 years later, and we have exceeded all of our goals.
When I first heard about the low carbon diet program, it made perfect sense to me, and I think we here at Bon Appetit, it's just a natural fit. The low carbon diet is not a hard sell to any chef in the industry if they really care about what they're doing.
Our chefs serve 80 million meals a year. At first, they were really curious because they thought that greenhouse gases in the food system primarily had to do with where food came from and the distance that the food traveled. We taught them that that was a part of the problem, but a much bigger part was how much livestock products they serve, meat, cheese, and how much food waste.
I'm trying to listen to what the customer is looking for, what the client is asking for, and quite a few of them are meat and potatoes, so it's you want to educate them. Perhaps we could do something a little bit lighter or over a salad. We're doing a sliced local beef, grass-fed on a salad, and that's a really nice interpretation of, I have some crispy fried potatoes, although they're only pan-fried, they're not really deep-fried. So all the ingredients are there, they're just not a hamburger and French fries. Very tasty, good for you, the right portion size, which is about 3 to 5 ounces. It's delicious.
Bon Appetit does an excellent job of providing not only sustainable food choices, but also very diverse food choices. So we have a lot of Indian food, we'll have Chinese food, food from the Middle East, and it's really great to have that sort of diversity of choice. And I think it proves out that sustainable food choices don't have to be boring. They're actually quite flavorful.
In the execution of this program, where our chefs have had to ask their suppliers, where did this fish come from? Yeah, it's on the yellow list or the green list, but how did it get here? Did it come by air? Did it come by boat? And many of our suppliers haven't known the answer. So by simply asking questions and insisting that we no longer purchase air-freighted seafood, we have changed the supply chain.
When we cut this in half or however we're going to take care of this lovely artichoke, we're saving those scraps, the ones we can't use, and monitoring how much of actually that is a waste, how much is going to go to the landfill, because the landfill also has a lot of greenhouse gases that come from it. So the less that we send to the landfill, the better it is. Of course, it helps in cost as well.
I think people really appreciate the opportunity to learn a little bit in the cafe.
Well, we participated in the low carbon diet diet day last year, and employees were particularly keen on this Web 2.0 tool that they had, where you can actually measure the carbon that your food, your lunch that day creates. And so by making different choices, obviously the carbon is higher or lower. So they thought that that was neat. We're a software company, so that really appealed to us. And I think the low carbon diet day is also innovative because it shows people that even though climate change seems like a very overwhelming topic, that you can make choices, small choices every day, and they're cumulative and they do have an impact.
Right now there is an interest within the world of commercially produced food to go green. But most people are focusing on trivialities. They're considering getting rid of bottled water. Well, if you still have bottled juice, the impact is minimal, if any. They're focusing on the types of disposables. Have a renewable disposable. Well, if you don't have composting, what's the point of having a renewable disposable? The issues that really matter, the amount of food that is produced and consumed and then thrown out.